Hanging the poster of Luffy on the wooden white mast, they surveyed their work with satisfaction. Settling into their seats at a nearby table on her ship, Buggy reached for a toasted red carp and ate it to his delight. The mysterious woman watched him with a knowing smile as they both cheered their bottles against each other, forming a new pirate alliance to hunt down the Straw Hat Pirate. One Piece. Story was made by Eiichiro Oda. Chapter 54, Pearl. The air crackled with tension as the naval ship crashed into the wooden floorboards of the restaurant's fins. The Krieg pirates stumbled their thoughts as they stopped their fighting for a brief moment. "What strength!" they stammered. "He kicked away that weird-ass ship." Zeph watched in silence as Krieg churned his thoughts. "That kicking technique." "Not bad," Luffy added on, while the two cooks bursted from the wreckage of the naval ship. "Sanji! You trying to kill your own side?" Sanji's gaze met Patty and Karna's accusing stares. "Yeah. Did your brains become boiled into stew, you retard? You almost lost two powerful fighters, you spaghetti head." Patty's cutting remark reverberated, matched only by Karn's contemptuous glare. "Powerful? Even if you hold weapons, a cook's still a cook. So why don't you scram into some other kitchen on land? Don't compare us to other pirates you've crossed before. We're pirates of Don Krieg, the ruler of the East Blue." In the wake of the brutal onslaught, the chefs struggled to comprehend the strength of their adversaries. "Shit, these guys are strong. They're nothing like the other pirates that we've been able to beat before." Trying to provide some common sense, Patty and Karn rallied them with a shout. "Are you gonna let them beat you that easily? And you call yourselves fightin' cooks?" As Krieg's men advanced with their swords and axes, the two cooks stood their ground, wielding their large forks defiantly. "So what if you're fighting cooks? We fight for a living, so just quietly hand this boat over to us." 10 years since I became a cook, and 300 restaurants I've gone to. In every single one of them, I'd get into fights, and they'd refuse to hire me. Those days were rough. Karn then added to Patty's words. "After searching and searching, we finally came to this restaurant. Here, whether it be fighting or cooking, we can do it as much as we want. There ain't another place as good as this ship. As if we'd hand it over to you pirate scum." With their large forks raised, Patty and Karn launched themselves into battle, their weapons swinging with practiced precision. The Krieg pirates were caught off guard by the ferocity of the fighting cooks. "What's up with these guys?" some of the goons exclaimed in disbelief. "This is the power of the fightin' cooks of the sea." Patty and Karn roared as they charged forward, driving back their foes. The clash of swords and cries of combat echoed across the wooden deck of the ship as Krieg's men fought valiantly against the relentless assault of their adversaries. As they disposed their enemies, one after the other, a large spherical shield urged closer to the wooden floorboards of the ship. Suddenly, a figure with fiery red hair hopped onto the scene and commanded the attention of his men. "The hell are you guys doing?" Patty and Karn exchanged uncertain glances, wary of this new opponent. "Who's this guy?" they muttered curiously. Before they could react, they were met with a devastating attack from the newcomer, his iron plates gleaming menacingly. "Behold," he declared, "my invincible iron wall. Pearl!" His name was Iron Wall Pearl, the 2nd Division commander of the Krieg pirates, a formidable force to be reckoned with. His towering frame was encased in iron-plated body armor with large shields protecting him in every side, including his fists, each centered with a heavy rainbow pearl. "Patty! Karn!" yelled one of the cooks. "You all right?" Blood dripping from his shields, Pearl boasted in his efforts. "You won't be standing after my lethal punch. You just got a good taste of my special pearl present." As Patty laid helpless on the floorboard, a pirate snatched his knife. "Hey, look! This guy's got a damn fine knife on him. Don't mind if I do. This should cut better than my knife," he sneered, only to find the chef still holding onto it. "Hey, let go," the pirate said with annoyance. "Let go of your damn knife. Just frickin' die already." Without hesitation, Sanji intervened with a swift kick. Pearl observed as the pirate careened backward, colliding with a cluster of his own crewmates before finally slamming into the protective barrier of his own making. Sanji caught Patty's knife, while the chefs remarked, "No matter how many times I see it, his kicks are amazing." "A kitchen knife is the soul of a cook," Sanji lectured the pirate. "It's not something an amateur like you should even think about touching." The cook then passed the knife over to Patty. "Here. Now make sure you kick the bucket for good this time. I'll handle the rest." "Handle my ass! You're just a cook! You think you can take us pirates on?" the pirates taunted. Lowering his body, Sanji vanished from their sight. "What?" The cook swiftly dropped to the wooden floorboards and then planted his hands firmly on the deck. Moving his hands, Sanji's body began to twirl and instinctively kicking his foes with each rotation. "Just a cook?" Sanji's voice dripped with menace. "I'll kill you, scum." Pearl laughed mockingly. "To beat up all of them using only feet. You strike me as a rather lazy guy. Or is that your policy?" "A cook's hands are his life. I can't risk fighting with them," Sanji explained calmly. "But don't worry, my feet will be more than enough to take you down." "You take me down?" Pearl jested. "I'm afraid that just ain't happening. In the last 61 fights I've been in, I've won them all without even so much as a scratch on me. You may protect your hands in a fight, but I fight while protecting my entire body. I've never even lost a single drop of blood in all the fights I've been in. Not one. Single drop." Pearl clashed his arm shields as he continued. "That's proof of my invincible strength. That's why they call me the Krieg Pirates' Iron Wall Pearl. And my iron defense has got quite the fashion sense. Ain't I stylish?" Luffy observed from a distance, baffled by Pearl's bravado. "What's with him?" But Krieg's attention was solely on Luffy. "Straw Hat!" he bellowed, swinging his deadly weapon. "You'll get hurt if you look away in a fight." As the tension mounted on the deck, the Admiral's decisive move came in the form of a chained ball hurtling through the air. With precision, he aimed at his target. However, the spiked ball missed its mark, instead crashing into the mast below where Luffy clung desperately. In an instant, wood splintered and shattered under the force of the blow. The Admiral swiftly reeled in his weapon, his unwavering gaze fixed firmly on his prey. "Die!" Sensing an opening, he wasted no time, unleashing a second strike that found its mark. The impact reverberated through the air as Luffy was struck mid-air, the clash of metal against flesh echoing across the battleground. "All right, that's enough talk from you." Sanji stepped forward, challenging Pearl by launching a powerful kick towards him. "I'd like to see you try to fight me without getting hurt." Yet, Pearl's boastful claims seemed to hold true as he effortlessly deflected Sanji's attack with his arm shield. "I can even withstand a direct blast from a battleship cannon. No matter the attack, I'm impenetrable." Luffy slammed against Pearl's head from behind, forcing him to rebound against his own shield. Luffy staggered to his feet, brushing off the collision with nonchalance. "That was close. Glad I didn't fall into the ocean," he remarked casually, though his eyes betrayed a hint of confusion as he surveyed the scene. "Huh?" Pearl stood frozen for a moment, a drop of blood trickling down his forehead. Krieg, the commander, watched in dismay as his men erupted into panicked shouts.
Shit!
It's blood! Oh, shit!